Hey there everyone, Lewis here. Today we're going to talk about how to easily get all the data from each one of your trust lines on your Lobstr account onto a spreadsheet. This video is going to be densely packed and pretty quick, but I have good information that you can look at here linked in the description, including the README on my GitHub profile, as well as a cheat sheet in Google Docs, also linked in the description. So let's go over this really briefly. I'm on a Mac. If you're on a Mac, this is going to be very similar to you, but if you're on a PC, it is almost the same as well. So let's go over the first few things that you need, okay? Desktop or laptop computer. Like I said, Mac or PC is fine. You need an internet connection with the web browser so that you can open it up to GitHub as well as Lobstr. You need a text editor, and Notepad on PC will work just fine, and TextEdit on Mac will also work fine. Aside from that, we just need a spreadsheet software, so Numbers or Excel also work. So before I show you the steps in real time, I'm going to explain how easy the steps are very briefly here. So we're going to copy the code from GitHub. We're going to paste it into the console of our assets page. We're going to then copy the newly generated string that the code generated in the console. We're going to paste that into our text editor, at which point we're going to save that text file as a .csv file so that it can be then read by our spreadsheet software, so that when we open it with that software, boom, we got a full spreadsheet with all your assets. Awesome. Okay, now let's go over it. So first of all, if you want detailed information on how to do this, first of all would be go to the README of this repo, and it is linked in the description below. And this will give you all the information you need, but this is basically what you got to do. So you want to click on lobstr.js, and the link to this exact page is also in the description. So you would simply just navigate to this page, and you would copy all this code. And the way to do it, I think, is the easiest way. If you don't have a copy button right next to your trash can, depending on your browser, you won't. So you just click raw, and then you can right click and select all, and then you right click copy. Okay. From there, we're going to go to our assets page, and you can see that I'm already logged in. So we're going to get into the dev tools, and we do that by right clicking on the page and clicking inspect. And from there you are. You got all the dev tools, and we are in the inspector tab. We want to just click on over to console, and at this point we can paste our code. Real brief note, if you happen to be using Firefox, I know that it does not immediately allow you to paste things into the console. So to get around that, all you have to do is type allow pasting. And from there, you don't even have to hit enter, but that's all you need to do in order to now paste your code. But before you paste it, go ahead and delete what you just wrote, because that's going to cause an error. So go ahead and right click and paste. Can I right click in here? Yep, right click and paste, and then hit enter, and that's going to run our code. And you can see a few things happen here. So first of all, on our web page, there's a few more bits of information being listed, but also the important part is this string right here. So I'm on Firefox, so I'm going to right click and copy object, and you can just copy the text any old way depending on the browser you have. It's all pretty easy. And then we're going to go ahead and paste it into our text editor here. Now I'm in text edit on a Mac. Notepad's going to be really easy, but text edit you might have to do another step. I'm going to show it to you here. So you got to go to the top left. You can't see it on my screen, sorry about that, but you'll click on text edit and then preferences. And right here where it says rich text, plain text, you want to make sure that it's toggled onto plain text. And that way we'll be able to save this file as a .csv. So from there, we'll go ahead and save, and file save works, but I like to hold option to click save as. And this is where I'll name it whatever I want. I'll call it Lobstr. And we're going to call it, remember at the end, .csv. That's the important part. And we're going to save that. And now it is formatted, or it will be read as a CSV file. And that's important because we can close this. We now can open up the Finder on a Mac and find that exact file right there, lobstr.csv, and we're going to go ahead and drag it over onto the icon where it says numbers. You can't quite see it on the screen. Sorry about that again, but you see it hovers and says numbers. I'm going to let go, and it's going to auto-generate for us our spreadsheet. Boom. So it's easy as that. The steps on a PC are slightly different. If you are on Excel, you would just open Excel and then click File, Open, and you'll be able to type in the file name there. So very cool, very awesome, very powerful. I hope this is helpful for you. Feel free to let me know what you think. I'm always open to feedback. So thank you so much, and until the next one, see ya.